Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I have a kind of little look and a review of the Carli Bybel palette, the new one. I had to pre-order this along with everyone else, but I got it on Privana instead of BH, so I didn't have to go through all that drama of them taking money and it missing and stuff. So let's just get into this. I just realized I called it Privana. I'm not sure if it was even called that. I don't know. Comparison of the new and old. It's almost double the size. So the old one came with 14 eyeshadows and then all these mini highlights. And I did a review on this when it first came out. Oh, I didn't even notice it still had the penguin thing. I did a review on that one when it first came out. I'll link that below if you want to check that out. And this guy comes with 21 eyeshadows and 4 highlighters. Well, a lot more than that. 2 really big ones and then 4 smaller ones. So for today's look, you'll see, I'll post a little video. I used this color just up here as a transition. Mainly this one, I've been really liking this one. I used it yesterday. I also used this. It didn't come out the best. I don't know why, but I'm going to have to play around with it. And I used that one yesterday and I liked it. And this is like highlight mixed with this one. So I like the matte ones. I haven't used all of them obviously, but I like what I have used so far. The shimmer's not really my thing, but I wanted to try them out because the colors are really pretty. Only tried 2, one yesterday, one today, and the one today just didn't really show up for me. So I don't know if it's because I put a like another powder base over it or what, but it just didn't work out. So I'm gonna show you a couple of swatches of the highlighters and some of the other ones. Here are some swatches. I can't live them just because my tripod broke a little bit, so I can't tone it down. But we have the, just like this, we have the white one, the kind of pinkish one. I'll probably never use that one. This really gold one, and then this dark kind of browny copperish one. And then we have the 2 larger ones on top. So I think these are really nice. I think she did very well with these. Is it something I'm going to reach for every day? Probably not, just like her other palette, but I like having it. And again, this would be the top row. The second row is here. And then the third row is here. The only one I didn't get great payoff from, in my opinion, would be this guy and this one. I don't even know what to call this because it's not coming up as a matte. You know what I mean? So final thoughts on the new Carli Bybel palette. I think it's a really good deal. I think the pigmentation is very good. The highlights are really nice. And they wear pretty well too. So I'd say if you can get your hands on this, pick it up. If you don't want to order online, if you don't feel comfortable after all that whole thing that happened with the refunds and stuff, wait till it comes into Ulta. I'm sure it will in like 6 months or something. Other than that, thank you so much for watching. Feel free to subscribe and I'll see you next time. Bye.